out onto the ice, you want to be careful. A lot of times when the weather warms up, the ice will start melting along the shoreline. And you can see the water moving down here is starting to get a little weak. So when we head back, we might have to actually jump to shore to get back on, or we'll go by the docks. But as you can see, the docks, they create heat. The sun comes down, it heats these rocks up, it heats the docks up, and it weakens the ice. But it looks like we got a good probably foot of ice out here, so we're gonna head out and be careful, and hopefully we'll catch some fish today. But safety is always an important thing. I carry nails in my pocket in case I fall through. I can grab the nails and stab the ice. A lot of times lakes are spring fed. Most lakes are spring fed. This is a spring fed lake, and when it warms up and the ice is starting to get a little thin, you got to watch out for these little springs, because the ice will be thinner where these springs are coming up. And as you can see, we got one spring here, we got another spring coming up here, and you got a little spring coming up here. That's the water coming out of the ground and hitting the ice. And you can see the air bubble right here on that hole. I don't want to get too close, but you can see where the ice is thinner. There's a little hole right there in the ice, and that's naturally occurring from springs from coming up from the bottom of a lake. So we're going to be careful of these springs today. As you can see, the ice is already starting to melt. We're getting a little slush on top, but we're still going to head out and try to get some bass. Basics of what you need for ice fishing. Some guys like to use a fishing pole, which is just a little mini rod and reel. I like to use these tip-ups, because when the fish hits them, this twirls and it releases the flag. Now, when the snow's really blowing and it's really cold and the holes are freezing up because the snow's blowing in, you can buy these tip-ups that have a cap that covers the hole. Thing you definitely need is an auger. This one's a Mora. It's made in Sweden. It's kind of an older auger, but it does the trick. You always want to keep your blades from banging into stuff like a parking lot. They'll dull very easily if you don't take care of your blades. I always keep an extra set just in case I do that in the parking lot. I have an extra set with me. But it's your auger. This is a handheld one. They make gas power augers. This is drills a 6-inch hole. They make 8-inch, 12-inch augers for a bigger hole. They also have gas-powered ones that just right through. But I've been using this one ever since I was a little kid, and I've just gotten used to it. And then we'll take the scooper. I like to have a scooper with a measuring tape on it. Tells you how many inches the ice is. And you just scoop it down, put it on the back of the ice, and put your finger down there. We got about 10 inches of ice there. We got a bucket full of shiners. I'm just going to use this to scoop one up. We're going to take our depth weight. Find out what the depth is. And we'll just drop that down. There's the bottom. We'll reel it up about a foot. So we're going to set up a whole bunch of these tip-ups again. We want a little sinker with a nice hook for a bass to get his mouth on. You can spread them all out. And then once you can go different depths. I got real shallow up here. I'm about 4 or 5 feet here. And then we're going to put some in I'm hoping it's a little bit deeper here. And once we get a strike and get a fish on, then we'll move the tip-ups more to that depth so we know where the fish are at. That's a nice fish. Little guy, but he's good. Yeah, right in the lip. How about that? We'll let him go. Catch him another day.